This episode is brought to you by Starry. When you drink Starry Lemon Lime Soda, every sip is a win. Perfect for game time or anytime. It's a crisp, refreshing lemon lime soda that's caffeine-free and bursting with flavor that makes you go, ah. Starry hits different. Find it in stores or online today.
Well, I don't know what to say, except it's Christmas and we're all in misery.
Merry Christmas and welcome to Unequal Sequel. My name is Dave and I'm one of the two hosts of this very merry podcast.
And I'm Rich, and I'm the other host of this very merry podcast. Think of me as Clark Griswold to Dave's cousin Eddie. I just want the perfect Christmas for my family, and his shit is full.
The wife's going to find that very funny. The premise of Unequal Sequel is very simple. We ask our guests their best ever sequel, their worst ever sequel, and finally their dream sequel. But on this one, there is a Christmas twist.
Oh, yeah. And of course, we often drift off and talk about other things, movies in general. But in this one, Christmas movies in general.
Yeah. Because on today's episode, we are joined by the entire roster of Season 4, minus Ethan Lawrence, and ourselves.
Yeah. We're going to talk about our favourite... Hang on. Does this work? We're going to talk about the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation movies. So we're going to do the best Christmas Vacation movie. There's only one choice, really.
It's a sequel.
The worst Christmas Vacation movie. Again, there's only one choice, really. And our dream Christmas Vacation movie. And you're also going to hear from all our past guests, as Dave said, talking about all their favourite Christmassy goodness.
Yeah, because we were very excited to sit down with the guests from Season 4 and chat all things Christmas sequels with them.
This is our Unequal Sequel Christmas special. Enjoy!
So the reason we are doing this is because, one, I am convinced that Christmas Vacation is the best Christmas sequel. Two, I believe it is a sequel.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Well, yes, it's definitely a sequel because it's a sequel to National Lampoon's European Vacation, which came out in 1985.
Yeah.
And National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation came out in 1989. Admittedly, some of the actors have been replaced.
Mainly the children.
Mainly the children, because they grew up. But what I didn't realise until you mentioned it, I agree with you. I think Christmas Vacation is a brilliant Christmas movie. Possibly not my favourite Christmas sequel, but...
Well, that was last year's Christmas special.
I do love it. I do love it. Yeah, so there is a sequel to National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And it's not National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1, which is the next movie to come out. But it is, in fact, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 2... Cousin Eddie's Island. Is it Cousin Eddie's Island? Something. Oh, it's Cousin Eddie's Island Adventure.
Now, I didn't know this existed until a couple of weeks ago, but let's cover the Christmas Vacation first as the best, and then we'll do that as the worst.
Yeah, and then we'll do our dream Christmas Vacation movie.
So here we go. We've talked about Christmas Vacation. If you listen to the last Christmas special, we do talk about it a bit, but we'll recover it because we've had a lot more listeners since then. It's been a big year. Not that we're bragging.
Hey, we're bragging. We're bragging. Yeah, we're big time now.
As far as Christmas sequel goes, it's one of the best Christmas sequels. It's definitely one I love watching every year. It's brilliant. Do you agree with that comment? Or
absolutely, 100% agree with it. It is definitely one of the best Christmas sequels. I think it's a small field.
Yeah. Well, we find that out. Yeah. Do you find yourself? You're getting older now. I'm getting older. Do you find yourself relating a lot more with Clark Griswold the more age you put on?
Yeah, I think I probably do. Yeah.
you just want the best Christmas, don't you? You just want the perfect Christmas, especially you as having a child now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably less of an idiot than he is in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Not blowing my own trumpet here, and that's not hard. But, I mean, I do... The thing with Clark is he tries to make it the best Christmas without really putting in much of the work. Like, he sort of expects his wife to do everything.
Bless her.
Whereas,
D'Angelo.
in my house, I buy the presents, I wrap the presents, I buy the food, I cook the food, I do all the cleaning and cooking and stuff for Christmas. I'm the one that kind of does all the stuff. So yeah, I go a bit mental trying to like make it a really good Christmas for everyone. And so my Christmas normally happens around kind of 5 o'clock on Christmas Day when everyone's gone, and I can sit down and just get stuck into the Baileys and enjoy myself.
Your Christmas days normally involve lots of family, or
normally the in-laws, and then normally go to see my family either Boxing Day or the day after. So it's the day after this year. I'm getting a whole Boxing Day to myself.
Oh, what are you going to do with that?
I'm going to watch movies and eat chocolate and do nothing else.
Eat cheese.
All
Eat so much
the cheese.
Chocolate and the
I want
alcohol.
to get to the point by like the 3rd of January when my blood type is officially cheddar.
I like mine melted, my cheese, if I had to go. Like
okay.
Brie is still my
I've got like a truckle of cheddar in the fridge that's flavoured with whiskey, and I can't wait to tuck into it. Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm excited because normally for Christmases we're travelling to Canada or something, and this year the Canadians have come to us.
Wow.
And it's normally the day of recording. We're normally travelling this day. So earlier I just had a moment, I was like, oh, this feels weird.
Yeah.
Normally I'm panicking in an airport somewhere, especially after the last few years with the COVID travelling, which is fucking awful, by the way.
Yeah, you didn't have fun last year, did you, mate?
No, spent about an extra 500 quid on tests. But anyway, I feel we're going off point of the Christmas vacation. No, not two yet. So why do you enjoy this film so much?
I think I quite like the physical comedy, to be honest. Like, Chevy Chase is incredibly witty and his one-liners are brilliant, but his physical comedy is great. Just the exasperation on his face when he falls through the loft and lands on the bunk beds, and he's just like stood there like up to his knees in loft. It's like, oh, his look at his face is like, oh God, what am I going to do now?
Watch old videos.
Watch old cine films and have a little cry.
I think it's his face when he finally gets the lights to work. It's just...
Yeah. the Julia Louis-Dreyfus and her partner over
next door neighbour,
the neighbours over the way who are like blinded by his lights and stuff. I think that's really good. Yeah, and when he smashes an icicle through their window, and it smashes their stereo and then melts, and they're like, "How did this even happen?"
Isn't it weird that everything that happens I know it's all like to 11, but it kind of also feels real.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. In Christmas Vacation, I mean, it's extreme, like the tree setting on fire or a turkey being overcooked, which, by the way, is not a rarity in lots of households.
Yeah, that's not rare, no. Not that overcooked, but yeah, that's not...
But you know what I mean, suddenly a few extra members turning up, and then there's the nan who can't hear or deaf and stuff like that. I think everyone's got a family member that's, there.
Yeah.
And then you got the children moaning, and you just want to go sledging, and you want to show off to your children that you can go sledging. I mean, again, that's a bit extreme when he goes super, like supersonic. But I have seen my dad go down a hill of snow, and he injure himself at the end. So, go onto a frozen lake kind of thing. Me and my dad and my brother used to go sledging. This is when we were grown adults, late at night. When all the kids
After
gone
a few
home.
beers.
Wouldn't surprise us, yeah. We'll just drive over there, have the whole hill to ourselves, and we were definitely in our mid-20s, me and my brother. So
have you gone full Griswold and covered your house in fairy lights?
No, but I am starting to get there.
Yeah,
I am tempted.
This year was the first year when I was looking at the house and going, you know what, I could I could hang some fairy lights up there. And I am not a climber.
No, me neither.
My house is 3 stories. You know, it's a tall house.
Yeah,
so I'd be like, I'm not going all the way up to the top. That's not going to happen. But maybe the garage.
That's not very high at all.
I could maybe put a blow-up reindeer on the garage or something.
I would like to put more lights, but then I do think about my energy bill.
Yeah, well, that's something to think about this year as well. There's the old energy bills, isn't it?
But I love driving around, seeing what other people have done to houses.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I drove to the pub last night, and there was a few on the way that were absolutely covered. It's just, I think it's magical. And I think the lights on houses are getting more extreme.
Oh, definitely.
More recently, I don't know if we're getting a more Americanized.
I think we're watching American movies
country.
and picking it up from there really.
And I would love a white Christmas. And all the snow's gone from last week.
Yeah,
we had quite a bit of snow round our way.
We'll get a grey Christmas, I should think, rather than a white one.
It's just going to rain, isn't it?
Yep.
But
hey.
yeah, Christmas Vacation, super. We keep going off. Super good film. When did you first see it? Was it ages ago?
No, I think I first saw it maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah,
not long ago. Yeah, I think I do my 12 movies of Christmas every year, and so I trawl through for different Christmas movies I haven't seen, and that was one. So yeah, not a long history with it, but I absolutely love like Animal House. That's one of my favourite movies, and so National Lampoon's is kind of in that same place, isn't it? It's the National Lampoon's movie, the first National Lampoon's movie, in fact.
Have you let George watch it yet?
European Vacation? Yes.
No. European.
Sorry. Well, Christmas Vacation. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I have let him watch it. He wasn't that interested, which I'm quite glad because I forgot about the amount of swearing that's in it.
One day I think he's just gonna be like, that's you.
Yeah, probably, but we'll see. We'll see.
Do you get a Christmas bonus?
I did this year. Yes.
Did you?
First time ever, I think.
Was it a fruit membership basket, whatever it is?
No, it was a nice amount of money.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So you didn't have to go and kidnap your boss?
No, well, because I'd have to kidnap myself.
Well,
I mean, I have a board, but there's a board that I have to answer to. But no, essentially, that is me. I'm Clark's boss.
So no one's come and tried to kidnap you then so far?
No, everyone got their bonus this year, so no one's going to kidnap me.
What would you, if you were a company? Because I also get a little bit of a bonus. It's not great, but it is better than a membership to a
Jelly of the
club.
Month club.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Would you be like, I don't want that?
Yeah. Well, no, I take it, but I think people just want money, don't they? Really, like that's if you want to help someone, if you want to look after your staff, you want to treat them well, you want to give us everyone to be happy about Christmas time. Give them a bonus.
Yeah, not like bankers who give themselves.
Oh well, yeah, not ridiculous, but
the head of whatever banks.
Yeah, the sort of job that I do, you don't get bonuses very often. You don't get bonuses when you work for charities very often, no.
No, me neither.
Not a thing. But there we are. Hey, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. And what does your Christmas meal? Do you go full turkey or?
Oh yeah, full turkey. All the trimmings. Yeah, everything kind of traditional.
Bread sauce.
Oh, I love bread sauce. It's my favourite. Love it.
Yeah, it's my favourite as well.
Yeah, can't do it, like pigs in blankets and bread sauce. Oh.
Is there anything about your Christmas day that you don't do that's not traditional?
Well, anything we do that's a bit weird, do you think? Right? No, do you know what? I think we're pretty boring. We don't have any weird traditions, I don't think. But then they're not weird to me because there are traditions. Always watch the Queen's speech. We always have. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a tradition because you used to all spend every Christmas at my Gran's, and she loved the Queen, so she always used to watch the Queen's speech. And then when Gran died, I carried on watching it as the tradition. Gonna be weird with the King because
the King, yeah,
doesn't feel quite the same anymore.
I hope you can find a pen.
Yeah,
it's a good reference, guys.
That's a good reference.
Hope you appreciate that one.
Yeah, and I think I'm not sure. I always have Christmas dinner at lunchtime. So we're kind of 1 o'clock-ish, that kind of time.
Okay, I'm a little bit later, I reckon. I think I'm a more of a 2-3 kind of guy.
Yeah, and I think that's normal. It's just that elderly relatives always seem to like to eat at like 12.
Yeah.
And so do kids. So
Can I just say, the older you get, the earlier you want to eat, because
Yeah.
you need more time for your stomach to settle. And I used to laugh at people who do this, but now I have to eat earlier than I used to.
Yeah. When do you open your presents? What's your present?
Oh, well, back in the day, with my parents, when I used to live as a child, we had to wait until Mum and Dad did prep for dinner.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah. So that was, and then my mum was a nursery nurse, so she had like 30 odd presents to open. So we had to go through them first. Then we could get in there, me and my brother.
Wow, okay.
I know. I remember quite often being younger and just watching like Soccer AM or waiting. I'm like, are you done yet? You done? And there's, come on.
So we used to be able to open we had a stocking from Santa, and then we'd have Christmas like presents under the tree. So we'd be allowed to open our stocking from Santa as soon as we woke up, and then our presents under the tree, we had to go round like one at a time.
Yeah,
like
it's always the one at a
then you,
time.
then you, then you, then you, then you, then you, kind of like opening around the tree. But that was normally after like breakfast. That's a tradition we have in our house that I don't think everyone else does.
What's that?
We have shortbread biscuits for breakfast.
Yeah, that's weird, Rich. Where's that come from?
No idea. Just always done it. Christmas
breakfast?
Day. Yeah, Christmas Day breakfast. Packet of shortbread biscuits.
Bloody hell, I don't have that.
I forgot that was weird.
What is it? The salmon I normally have sometimes for breakfast, or
Oh, right, okay.
that kind of thing.
That's very nice,
on a
yeah.
baguette. Not a
Very,
baguette, a bagel.
A bagel, yeah.
Or as my
very,
wife calls it,
very
a bagel.
civilised. A bagel.
Canadian.
With this bagels, you're really spoiling us.
Yeah, bagel, bagel. No, it's bagel. That's what I'm saying, bagel. You're not saying bagel.
Yeah, so we'd have it about breakfast time. My wife's family, get this, they weren't allowed to open their presents until after Christmas lunch. That's torture.
No way.
That is torture. Not allowed to touch a present till after Christmas lunch. Crazy.
I'd be too
Crazy.
full.
Yeah, we don't do that. How do you make a kid do that? I can't imagine George doing that. He'd be like sat there like a salivating dog, being like,
It'd be mental. So, what films do you watch Christmas? Christmas Day, particular viewing, watching. What have you got planned?
I don't have anything planned this Christmas Day, because we normally just watch whatever the BBC film is of the day. Kind of, there's always a big BBC Christmas film. We just normally watch that, and I think this year it's just the Ghosts Christmas special.
There's no shame. That's going to be brilliant.
It's going to be brilliant, but it's not a film.
No, I watched the other day, someone on the Twitter put, and I do miss these, Batman released at Christmas on BBC One. They did a special Batman logo for Christmas.
Nice.
I don't think they really do that anymore, which is a shame.
No, movies being released on TV is normally so far after streaming that.
But BBC used to have massive ones.
They
as
did,
well,
yeah,
but,
they did, yeah. Christmas,
but now with
especially.
Sky Cinema and Netflix, and it's not as exciting.
I get another tradition that I do that I've just thought of is once a year I buy the Radio Times. I don't buy any other time of the year, but I always buy Radio Times at Christmas. So I'm going to have to sit down and go through the Radio Times. I normally sit down and go through it with a highlighter and pick out all the
you're
stuff
sounding
that I wanna
really
watch.
old now.
Yeah, I am old, yeah.
Yeah. We're going to watch Arthur's Christmas. I think that's going to be our Christmas film.
Arthur Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've watched that already, I think.
Brilliant film.
Yeah, it is great. It is great. That's one we watch every year at some stage because it's my wife's favourite. My son loves it. So who doesn't? Anyway.
Christmas Vacation. We'll round it up on It's brilliant.
It is brilliant.
If you haven't seen it,
Go
check
and watch
it out. How do you feel about Christmas sequels?
I'm fine with it. Like the only time I'm really gonna have a problem with any sort of like Christmas sequel is if it's kind of like keep it Christmassy, man. Like don't break the formula. Put it out at Christmas. There's something really nice, I think, about only being able to watch a film at a certain time of year. I'm not I ain't throwing on a Christmas movie in like June or something.
When do you start watching them?
Probably from December-y time. I'm really lucky. My wife is one of those people that would be like, get bonfire night out the way and get the tree up. But my daughter's birthday is like the 11th of December. So our rule is we let little Meggie have her birthday. And
Very
then
nice.
so everything goes up from the 12th. So that kind of like, I'm down with that, but I would start in December kind of chipping away at them. But yeah.
My missus wanted to watch one yesterday.
I mean,
She loves Christmas and she loves autumn and Halloween stuff. I think she's just excited. Do you have a best, worst, and a one you'd like to see again, a dream one, as in sequel-wise for Christmas? Or do you think like the Netflixy program they do is kind of ruining it with all these, the Prince and Me 2, 3, Baby and Prince, Christmas, and the Vanessa Hudgens ones?
I kind of like, I don't know, I mentioned before about my own unwritten rules around sequels, and I've never really bothered with, if it hasn't got either the same director or cast, or if there isn't a clear thread running through them, I kind of don't count them or entertain them. I mean, like, just thinking, something like Home Alone 2, right? Like, that's a great sequel. That's a really good sequel. And, it's ticked all the boxes. It's the winning formula. You got the same people involved. You got as many people back as you could. Just like done the same thing somewhere else. Boom. That's it. That's all. That's all you need, right? So yeah, that would probably be a highlight for me. Christmas sequel wise.
Die Hard 1 and 2 are brilliant. I mean, they're both fantastic. So I even quite like Die Hard 3 actually. It's got a great opening with Summer in the City.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Die Hard 3.
So, and one of the great nights of my life was spent interviewing Alan Rickman at BAFTA. I did a Life in Pictures event with him. Yeah, I interviewed him for 90 minutes at BAFTA, and I got to talk to him extensively about Die Hard, which he really, he was very brilliantly entertaining about it. And so I absolutely love Die Hard 2, yeah. His memoirs are coming out, Alan Rickman, next week, I think, or the week after. Brilliant.
I was a runner once, and he was making a Little Chaos. Film? He was he had an office there. I literally couldn't talk to the man.
Yeah.
I just mumbled to him.
I had to interact with him the whole night. Yeah, and part of me is like, I really want him to mention that event. In his memoir, it's his letters, in fact. And so I'm like, maybe he's going to mention it. It's quite a big event. It was literally a retrospective of his whole career for that film. That film was coming out, which he directed, didn't he? So we did this 90-minute career retrospective. So part of me is like, I wonder if he may slag me off, because he's like slagging off everyone else apparently in it. So he'll go, that fucking useless twat Boyd Hilton interviewed me for 90 minutes at BAFTA. But I'm desperate. So I'm desperate. I'm sure he doesn't mention it at all. Anyway, Die Hard, yes, and Die Hard 2. What was the correct question about Christmas films, though?
Just if you had a best one or a worst one.
Best, definitely Die Hard 2. I love Die Hard 2. Yeah, and Die Hard.
You can watch. Is that on your every year watch?
Yeah, I watch it pretty much. Yeah, completely. Yeah, certainly every like gratuitous re-release of it. In whatever. There's some films, because I'm that person who went from VHS to Laserdisc. I had Laserdisc player. To DVD to Blu-ray to UHD Blu-ray. Yeah, I've got and there are certain films like Die Hard where I've got in every single fucking format, from beginning to end. That 7, Die Hard, probably Godfather. I've got there's certain films you have on all. Certainly Close Encounters, in fact, is a good example. On all of those different formats, until you get to Ultra HD, 8K, whatever.
It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah,
we won't ruin that. We had Nick Helm on the podcast, and he completely ruined Die Hard 2 for us. Like in the first 5 minutes, if something doesn't happen, then it kind of ruins the whole movie.
You hadn't seen it?
I don't know if you want us to spoil it for you.
Oh, okay.
No, we'd seen it. We'd seen it. Yeah, he was just saying that essentially in Die Hard 2, what happens is two guys. The whole reason that John McClane gets suspicious is that he sees two guys in a coffee shop, and one of them slides a Christmas present underneath the table, like with his foot, like really surreptitiously. It's like, it's a Christmas present. Just give it to him. Like,
that's
you're
brilliant.
just giving him that Christmas present. That's whole film
great.
Doesn't happen.
That's very good. Yeah, Nick Helm is very good. It's very funny, much better than me. Yeah, but I really like airport set films as well. I love an airport or an aeroplane set film. I love.
Oh, at Christmas.
At Christmas, yeah.
That is Hallmark all over.
Yeah, definitely. So, but there's loads of great thrillers. At one point, there were like remember there was Red Eye, and another one. There was a Jodie Foster one. What was the Jodie Foster one set on a plane?
Flight Plan.
Flight Plan. Well done. Yeah, which I love. I love that film. And Red Eye is pretty good as well, actually. And then there was a Liam Neeson one, which I love.
Non-stop.
Thank you. So yeah, all of these I love, and Die Hard 2, obviously, majorly airport set.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely love those.
What is your go-to?
Well, my go-to Christmas film is The Holiday, and then it's a Wonderful Life, which I also love, and they've been threatening to make a sequel to that, but it hasn't happened, thankfully. Muppet Christmas Carol, it's not really a sequel material there. I like Die Hard. I like Elf. There's no sequel there. I don't know. Are there any good Christmas sequels? Are there any Christmas sequels?
Home Alone 2 is a good Christmas sequel.
Yeah.
Rich tells me the Santa Claus 2 is
I
a
love
good
the
Christmas
Santa
sequel.
Claus.
Yeah.
The Santa Claus 2.
There's a new Santa Claus coming out, right? On Disney Plus, I think.
The TV series,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, is there? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
It's a
Tim
TV
Allen's
series,
back.
Is there? Oh,
Yeah, they
wow,
released a trailer
okay.
for it the other day, Rich. It's
Wow. I'm excited.
it's called The Santa Clauses.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. I'm up for that.
Yeah. Also, Christmas Vacation is a sequel.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
That's true. That is true. Maybe that's the best one. Because Christmas Vacation is so much better than the first one.
Yeah, true.
And it's like the Christmas Vacation is overshadowed the original, I think, especially in the UK where the National Lampoons have less stock. I think people just assume there's one and it's a Christmas film.
Yeah. What is your go-to Christmas films apart from The Holiday then?
I do. There's a part of me which I've got such a high tolerance or a low, quality barrier with Christmas films. I will watch everything. I watch all of the new Netflix, rubbish that comes out, and the Disney Plus films and that sort of stuff. Because I do love a film set at Christmas, and there's like this short window to watch them where they're relevant. Like it feels wrong watching them in March. So I'll sort of like pack December up with Christmas movies. I do sort of like to watch the same films, but I'll sort of rotate, like year on, year off. I'll have like a fallow Die Hard year, and then I'll come back to it with more enthusiasm the following year. Like last year, we watched Die Hard at the cinema for the first time in a while, but we went with someone who'd never seen it before, and it was so good to like actually watch it with someone who'd never seen it before for the first time, and sort of relive it through their eyes. I think I'll always make sure we have time to watch The Holiday and It's Wonderful Life and Muppets Christmas Carol as well. Definitely with Christmas, it's also the sitcoms. Like we'll wheel out things like the Father Ted Christmas special, one of the many Frasier Christmas specials, which are so good. And I think we'll definitely be reaching for like the sitcom box sets to watch the Christmas episodes of The Office, the
Office Christmas specials are my favourite things ever. I love the Office Christmas specials. They're just wonderful. Like the two part. I just love it. I just absolutely love the Office Christmas.
They've taken
specials.
on a life of their own, haven't they? Like that's bigger than the show, I think, in a way, if that's even possible.
Yeah. No, you're right. And kind of everything you wanted from the show happens in that second part of those. David Brent stands up to himself and tells Finchy to fuck off, and like Tim and Dawn finally get together, and I don't know, it's just lovely. I just get chills thinking about it.
Those are so good.
Yeah.
I think a film that is lesser seen around Christmas time that I love and I wish more people would watch it is The Shop Around the Corner, another Jimmy Stewart film, but one he made before It's a Wonderful Life. Right. And it's basically the film that is inspired You've Got Mail. So if you like You've Got Mail, check out, and you like Christmas, check out Shop Around the Corner. And it's, there's a similar, sort of, they're not using email, they're using letters, but there's a similar, sort of identity relationship sort of thing there going on. And it's Jimmy Stewart, and it's delightful. I think it hasn't been available in the UK for a while, but there is it had a cinema release a few years ago, and now it is readily available. So do check that one out. And it's sort of, if you're sick of It's a Wonderful Life, if that's even possible, this is a nice, sort of different flavour of Jimmy for Christmas.
Oh, good.
Brilliant. I'm definitely going to watch that. That sounds great.
You remember that National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
Yes.
That's top.
It's the best one.
That's top. They're like, is that technically a sequel because it's part of...
Yes.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. It's so good. That's another one that really stands up.
I watched that with my wife and my son last Christmas, forgetting how much swearing's in it. It's like, literally, we've been watching it about 10 minutes, and there's Randy Quaid going, "Shitter's full."
That's a properly good scene. I think that's my favourite Christmas scene.
And don't you really kind of? It's funny, Chevy Chase's character, like, although it's a comedy film, you really feel for him.
Yeah,
like, isn't it? It's amazing. It's a comedy film, and he's a bit of an idiot, but like the empathy you feel for him is. It's so good.
Do you feel like more every year you watch it, the older you're getting and with your family?
Yeah, the more I resemble Chevy Chase in terms of like putting too many fucking lights on the house. I mean, I have done a lot of the things in that film, like getting a tree that's too big because I'm too excited. That I've 100% done that. Like more years than often, but more years I do it more years than I don't.
What have you got planned this year?
Yeah. Actually, last year I went too far the other way, where I got too small a tree. So I think this year could be I really bounce back. But I really kind of it really resonates with me, that kind of like that childhood, like kind of obsession with Christmas in adulthood.
Yeah,
especially now I'm a dad. I'm turning into Chevy Chase, and I don't mind it.
Yeah.
You want that perfect Christmas, don't you, with the family? You just want everything to be perfect, and you always know that it's not going to be. Something's going to go wrong.
Something's going to go wrong. The lights are going to cut off. that bit in National Lampoon's Christmas Holiday where he gets all the lights down, he gets all the family there, and he's like, "Here we go." And that is so heartbreaking. And they're like, one by one, they just go in. Hey, don't worry about it.
I think the turkey bit's the good, when the turkey looks really good and they just cut it open.
It's just
I mean, that happens most years, I would say. The turkey never quite lives up to it. It's always trying to convince that it's not dry, that it hasn't been in for too long.
Yeah, I think Gremlins 2 is a great Christmas movie.
Yes.
Watch that all day long. I like that.
Paddington 2.
Paddington 2 is a great film.
It's not really a Christmas movie, though, is it, Dave? Paddington 2?
Oh, but there are those films that are not really Christmas films, but they do feel Christmas films, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
you put them on for that time of year.
Spirit to them.
And Paddington 1 and 2 is definitely in there.
In that case, every Wallace and Gromit after the first one.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right, yeah.
I'll happily watch Curse of the Were-Rabbit on Christmas Day. That's not a problem.
Yeah. That's a great film. Love that.
And I'm going to ask you this, Rich. This is going to be, what is your worst ever Christmas sequel? Because I think we found it.
Until today, it was Jingle All the Way 2. But now, it is Christmas Vacation 2, Cousin Eddie's Island Adventure. It's barely a fucking Christmas movie. It's so shit.
I like how on this episode we're like, oh, we'll reel them in with nice Christmas tales and traditions and about Christmas movies, and now we're going to blindside you with an absolute pile of turds. I didn't know this existed. I was looking at Christmas Vacation because I was trying to think of sequel days for Christmas. I was like, Christmas Vacation's a sequel to Vacation and European Vacation or whatever. And then when I typed it in, this monstrosity appeared. I was like, how have I never heard of this? How was it in 2003? How did they get away with it?
I don't know.
They've taken. The worst things about most films in the late 1990s, early 2000s, even 80s, and then stuck them all into one fucking shit pile of
so
film.
Bad. It's not even listed on the list of National Lampoon movies on Wikipedia.
Right. Do you want to give a quick synopsis of what happens and who's in it?
No, I don't. But I will anyway. Okay, so this movie is all about Cousin Eddie, played by Randy Quaid, who is back as Cousin Eddie, and his wife. I can't remember what her name is or what the actress's name is. I'm sorry.
Miriam is the
something like that. Anyway, they're back with not their kids from Christmas Vacation.
Okay, the girl is Clark's daughter, so from the original Vacation film, but not Christmas Vacation film, if that makes sense.
Right, gotcha.
But the boy, yeah, that's a new boy because this is Christmas Vacation is 89.
Yeah.
And this is 2003. So how many years is that?
12.
12 years. Thank you. Sorry. Maths is not my strong point. So yeah, they had to get new kids in. So it's not the dumb looking kid that's in the first one.
What am I talking about? 12, 14.
I was right. 14.
You were right. Sorry, I thought you said.
You see, I doubt myself with
Yeah,
maths.
no. Yeah, it's 14.
So they've put a new boy and a girl. They've mentioned the girl and the boy. They're away. One of them's a stripper.
Yeah. So the sweet little Ruby Sue from the first one is a stripper now.
Yes.
Fuck's sake. But she can't be like. She must have been like 6 in the first one.
Well, that make her 20.
Jesus.
Right. And the boy's not in it, but this is now another son.
Another son.
They've had in the meantime. Who
that they
is,
call Third because
Yes.
he's Clark Griswold the Third.
Yes.
But here's the thing. Cousin Eddie isn't Clark's cousin. He's Clark's wife's cousin. He's his cousin-in-law. He says it in the Christmas Vacation.
He's not a Griswold.
So he's not a Griswold. So why is his son called Clark Griswold?
I don't know. I think because in this film, I have many problems with this film, but the way they've done Eddie in Christmas Vacation, yes, he is an idiot.
Yeah.
He is an idiot, but he's a lovable idiot, and he's not super dumb. I
No,
mean, he's dumb.
He's dumb, but he's not like... He's more redneck than he is
Yes.
super dumb, yeah.
But in this film, they've made him, well...
They've made him really, really, really dumb. Like, anyway, sorry, I haven't even done the synopsis yet.
Sorry, carry on.
So Eddie loses his job as a nuclear test subject. Yes, that is test subject, where they basically irradiate him and test what happens. And in some convoluted bullshit, gets bitten on the butt by a chimpanzee.
Who took his job?
So that they don't, yes, who took his job? So that they don't, so Eddie doesn't sue them. The company give him a free vacation to an unknown Pacific island for Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the family go with them.
The family
Plus
all go.
More family that you've never heard
more
of and
family,
don't care about.
Yeah, more family you've never met before.
Uncle Nick.
Yeah, whoever
Which is
that
funny
is.
because I've got an Uncle Nick.
But when it's Uncle Nick, is it Eddie's Uncle Nick? In which case, does that mean it's his wife's dad? No, it's Clark's wife's dad. Like, I don't know.
Oh, honestly, mate. By
Anyway,
that point, I was like, "What am I watching?" The tone of this is horrible.
Yeah, so they go off to Swiss Island. They somehow get on a boat, which then they get shipwrecked on another island and discover the true meaning of Christmas. Sort of. And Eddie gets his job back. End of story. Bye-bye.
He's trying to act like Buster Keaton, Charlie Chaplin, the acting that Randy Quaid. I think this was just before Randy Quaid lost his fucking mind. Because
I'm pretty sure I can see him losing his mind in this movie.
He very famously joined a cult or something.
Yeah. I watched Christmas Vacation with my wife the other day, and she was like, "Is it Chevy Chase who lost his mind, or is it Randy Quaid?" And I was like, "Well, it's kind of both."
Yeah. One of them thinks a lot of themselves. That's how he lost his mind.
Yeah.
And
the thing with Chevy Chase is it all kind of went downhill when he gave up the smack.
Really?
Yeah, most people pick their lives up after they give up heroin. Turns out Chevy Chase, downhill.
Turned into a right arsehole, Chevy Chase, from everything I've read and seen.
Yeah. Anyway, back to Randy Quaid. I mean, he does his best, I think.
Fucking, he is awful in this.
Yeah, but it is awful. It's an awful movie.
Do you know what is weird about this movie is that there is some good people in it. Like Fred Willard, who's a very funny man, is in it.
Eric Idle's in it for 2 minutes.
I was expecting him to come back at any point.
Yeah, me too. Idle. No. He's like main name in the credits,
It's
Eric
bizarre.
Idle. And then he's in it for a minute, maybe 2.
And then you've got Edward Ansner, who's Father Christmas in Elf would be the most thing.
Yes, yeah.
And he does the voice of Carl, not Carl, the old man in Up.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Yeah.
Carl.
And
it's Carl, isn't it?
No, was that the boy?
No.
I can't remember.
Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, the boy.
No, Carl's the old man, Russell's the boy. Anyway, that character, Uncle Nick, they could never do that now.
Oh no! Oh my god! It's so creepy.
There is a young woman who's very beautiful.
Yeah.
Lee Sung-hai, and I would say for about an hour she gets molested by this old man.
Yeah. It's. I mean, to be honest, it's not even as good as that sounds. Like, it's pretty bad. There's a point where like you sort of expect this in a kind of maybe an 80s, 90s movie, but this is 2003. There's a point where the son, third, even though he's not a fucking Griswold, so how he's anyway, sort of stumbles upon this beautiful woman taking a bath in a lagoon, and she's all naked, and he's like a teenage and like, ooh. Then he looks over, and there's this pervy granddad like rubbing his legs like Vic Reeves on.
Yeah. Well, the worst bit is when they get off the plane and he tries to make out with all the Halua girls, and pretty much does ram his tongue down their throats.
Oh god!
I mean, he's committed to the cause.
It's bad. It's really bad. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything positive.
Well, I was thinking, I got it right because I bought it. I've got the family over at the moment. And I was like, oh, we all love Christmas Vacation. All of us. We're like, oh, we're going to watch it. Can't wait. I was like, oh, I've bought the second one. It might be bad, but at least it's a Christmas film.
It's not though, is it really?
It's not even a Christmas film, is it?
No.
It's barely.
There's not really any Christmas in it.
I don't understand how Eddie has a house at the beginning of it. I mean, it's snowing.
It's not his house. They say they're staying in someone's house. But
it's not Clark's house, is it?
It's not Clark's house. I don't know whose house it is they're staying in. I didn't catch that. There's a bit at the beginning where they say, oh, Thingy's away and they were staying in their house.
Because they had to get rid of the RV and the dirt farm.
No, it got repossessed, the RV.
Because the dirt farm got...
Yeah, the dirt farm got repossessed. And, yeah, I don't know.
I used to really like Cousin Eddie as a character in Christmas Vacation. I think he's like my favourite character.
Really? Okay.
And I think this one's done serious damage.
Yeah, definitely.
Of that. It might have done serious damage watching Christmas Vacation again afterwards.
I don't remember watching Christmas Vacation and going, do you know what? Cousin Eddie needs a standalone movie.
Absolutely not. He's great as like a side character that turns up 3/4 of the way through the film in the door.
Yeah, absolutely. The comic relief. But not... No.
But all of them together... And 14 years later, I mean, if they couldn't get the Griswold back, then they should have just said, let's not do this.
Forget it.
I mean, it looks like one of those films. Do you know what it kind of smelled like to me? What was it? Weekend at Bernie's 2. Where it was a holiday in a tropical paradise.
Absolutely.
Reeks of that film.
It looks like
everyone had a lovely time filming it, but
It's shit.
It's a film that's made in 2003 that doesn't feel like it's made in 2003.
I didn't know it was 2003 till you just said. I presumed it was like 93.
Yes.
You know, maybe like 92, like earlier. Like I would have said early 90s.
I'm surprised they haven't burnt every copy of this.
Yeah, me too. Do you know what I'm really surprised about? You paid $3.99 for this.
Because I love the first
one. But you bought it. You didn't even rent it to check it out.
Renting was the same much. So much money.
Wow, okay.
So I thought, I love Christmas Vacation. I love it.
You've got that. You own this forever now.
I don't even own the first one. I own this shit now. This is probably the worst film I now own. Do you know what rating it's got on IMDb?
0.
2.7.
Whoa. 2.7%?
Yeah, 2.7 out of 10.
Oh, 2.7 out of 10. Oh, that's too high.
I think it's too high as well.
I was thinking of Rotten Tomatoes scoring for a second, and I wonder what it gets on Rotten Tomatoes. Probably not enough to reviews to give it a rating. But, I mean, 2.7 is way too high. Okay, let's have a look on Rotten Tomatoes.
I think this is just an insult to the Vacation name. Cause
it's an insult to National Lampoons, and National Lampoons have made some shit.
Especially recently.
Yeah.
I think this could be... like you said, I don't think they even own up to it anymore. It's just insulting. I think even to the people of that island they go to, insulting. Australian people, there's a character who's Australian.
Oh yeah, what's he even about? Oh dear.
It's if you've got nothing else to do this Christmas Day, actually Boxing Day when you listen to this, it's only an hour and 22 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. It is widely available on Apple or Amazon. Weirdly, I suggest you watch it if you want to watch a truly horrible film to get drunk to with a family. This could be it.
Yeah, I'm not going to suggest that because I'm not evil.
Eric Idle, man.
I have found it on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes.
Unsurprisingly, not enough critic reviews to give it a rating. But it does have an audience score. Would you like to hazard a guess at the audience score? Normally the audience score a bit higher than the critic score, I find.
2%.
I mean, you're not being generous enough. It's 12%.
What did you got any comments?
I'm shocked that it's even in fucking double figures.
I was shocked because I looked at I was like, oh, this must be made a director at the beginning of his career. Like this is their first movie because it's awful. But it looks like
2.5 stars.
Oh my god, it's seasoned. It's someone well seasoned has made this, and it looks horrible. Everything about it is horrible. I hate it in so many ways. Why didn't they just have Cousin Eddie travelling along in his RV on a Christmas? That would have been better, going from state to state.
Why didn't they just have Cousin Eddie emptying the shitter? Because that was better. Like, I would watch an hour and a half of that before I'd watch this again.
Yeah.
It's not even that short.
It's pretty short.
I know, but it's not short enough.
Yeah. I can't tell you how bad it is. I don't think I can get my feelings across well enough to tell you, all the listeners, how bad it is. And I know a film starring Randy Quaid in 2003 doesn't sound good, but did you ever watch Lizzie McGuire as well? Because it's the third is the brother from that, and I think he outacts everyone in this film.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, actually. He is the sensible one, isn't he? He is the kind of like, oh, God, this is all going on. It's ridiculous.
It's really pervy in some places as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah, it really is. However, I will say this. It did make me want to go to Hawaii for Christmas.
No, it didn't for me.
No? Didn't do it for you? No?
I think I like Christmases to be cold. I know people, Australian listeners or American listeners.
New Zealand.
New Zealand listeners.
Yeah.
It's hot, but I think snow. I think Christmas Vacation won.
If I won the lottery, if I won the Euro Millions, then I'd be really tempted to fly off to Hawaii for a Christmas vacation
and relive Eddie's
fuck Eddie.
Christmas adventure island thing.
I'm just lying on the beach and sipping cocktails and eating pineapple and stuff.
The jokes are so dumb.
Yeah, they are. Oh,
they look like ants down there.
They are ants. The big joke of this movie, and bear in mind that joke was made in 2003, so it'd be all right for people to go, oh yeah, but you know that joke might have been brand new. It was not brand new in 2003. Yeah, so the big reveal at the end of this movie is that their shipwreck, the island they're shipwrecked on, isn't a desert island at all, and there's a massive hotel on the other side of the island.
Yeah, they just had to walk for it.
Predicted that the second the boat broke down.
Well, I've seen that film before.
Yeah.
Or TV series.
Or whatever. Or anything. Yeah.
It's an insult.
Never, ever. I know Dave said, if you're really looking forward to something, if you really want to watch something bad over Christmas, watch it. Just don't watch it. Just pretend it never existed. We've watched it for you. You don't need to watch it again.
But people get curiosity by listening to these kind of things, Rich. And they're like, I want to see how bad it is.
They do. That's true.
If I was nicer, I'd be like, you guys can have my Apple login and I'll let everyone watch it. But
you let everyone have your Apple login. You get banned from Apple forever.
But I won't do that. I'm surprised it's not free to find on YouTube. It might be, to be fair.
I've just discovered just now that there's a National Lampoon's movie released in 2006 called National Lampoon's Presents Electric Apricot Quest for Festaroo, and I'd rather watch that than I would watch this again.
Yeah, or Van Wilder 2, Taj Returns.
Yeah, Rise of Taj.
That's
yeah.
No. Where do you sit on Christmas films?
Don't watch them.
Oh, this is going to be a great question, Rich. Not at all. There's no Christmas sequels films that you like Home Alone 2, the Santa Claus the movies,
Die Hard 2.
Die Hard 2.
No. I obviously have watched the Home Alones when I was a kid, but like nothing. No.
I think you should watch them again. You'll find out they're Big Tens.
So you're not one of these people that like it's December the 1st, I'm whacking on a Christmas movie.
No, I don't. It just. I mean, I don't really do Christmas anyway. Like, not that I don't celebrate. I just a non thing for me. So, and then the idea of then watching Christmas specific films, it's just like
not even the Muppets.
No. What was the question? I hope it.
No, don't worry. Actually,
Christmas sequels.
We could definitely use all this because it's really nice to get someone a different opinion because that's
our
a good
question
thing.
is normally like, do you have a favourite or worst dream Christmas film?
Sequel,
right?
But
or sequel.
I'm guessing just no.
Just no. I couldn't even name.
You must hate that. Well, I have a job where I have to see lots of crappy Christmas films, but I'm talking like the Hallmark level of shit. Like I've had to watch a film about a hedgehog celebrate Christmas kind of thing once, and I think I saw one today. It was like a unicorn for Christmas, and all Netflix just bang them out like because they're cheap, I guess, to make, and people
do
watch
them, yeah,
especially that period. That my missus are, I hate them.
They are bad. I just don't know. It's just never. No. Just no. Do you know let me tell you the thing I look forward to, which is the. Is it M&S that do the adverts? Who is it does the adverts?
John Lewis.
John Lewis. They're good.
Yeah.
That's your Christmas.
That's my one thing I'll indulge with at Christmas is what have John Lewis put out.
Yeah. So this year it's going to be two people meeting in the queue to like a sad version of the Proclaimers 500 miles.
It is going to be though, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
It will reference the queue.
The queue. There's going to be a queue film at least it wasn't at Christmas because that definitely will be.
Yeah.
It'd be a good Netflix doco, wouldn't it?
Yeah, the queue.
Yeah.
Well, just about Philip Schofield. Skipping it, claiming he wasn't skipping it, he was invited. I don't think I really saw any other journalists making a big deal of seeing it.
Nowhere else in the world would like thousands of people queue up for 24 hours to have a look at a box. Like, I don't get it.
And the outrage of someone skipping it. Honestly, that is the best thing. It is like, how could you sum up the UK or England in, one or two sentences? It's like, well, this one time the Queen died, people queued up all day to see her coffin, and Philip Schofield became the most hated man in the country because he skipped it.
But that's the one thing us Brits are good though. We are excellent at queuing. We're probably famous for it.
You see how excellent we are at queuing because when they closed the queue, people formed a queue to join the queue. Like, that's how great at queuing we are.
Is there a bad Christmas sequel? There's lots of.
There's so many. Can you give me some examples?
Well, I would say the Santa Claus 2 and 3, but Rich would
I like the Santa Claus 2. I like it, but then
there is a Jingle All the Way too.
That's terrible.
I mean, it would be easier to pick out the good ones, wouldn't it? Really, because Christmas movies is one of these kind of lazy things that people just feel compelled to keep repeating.
Recently we've had an influx of Christmas Netflix films like the Vanessa Hudgens Christmas Switch again, Switch Back On.
Gosh, I'm not switched on to those, I'm afraid.
Honestly, the first day.
Yeah, I know. I should be. There's only so many movies you can watch. I've got to be honest with you.
Yeah, that is faint
But
praise,
I will
Dave.
check that out.
Honestly, the first one's okay. Brilliant.
Another poster quote for you.
You would say the same about the Kurt Russell film, the Christmas Chronicles.
Oh, the first one's good, I think. The Christmas Chronicles. The second one, no, but the first one's good.
I was a bit disappointed by Dolly Parton's Christmas movie.
Oh, that is awful.
I really wanted to like it so much because obviously I love Dolly Parton, who doesn't? But it was so bad. Oh. That was upsetting. It was upsetting.
That kept going.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Very weird one.
Do you watch lots of Christmas films in that period, or is that your time off from watching movies?
There's no time off, but that's a good thing. It's nice. I like sitting down with, if I'm with family on Christmas Day and there might be something on TV that you'll watch together with kids and stuff. So that's quite nice, with mulled wine and mince pies.
And Paddington 2.
Yeah. Oh, well, exactly. It's the not really Christmassy ones, that are the best ones.
They're the best one.
And obviously Paddington 2 is one of the best sequels ever made.
Yeah.
And yeah, Paddington, absolutely. Because I'm do a lot of awards voting as a member of BAFTA and the Critics Circle, our voting deadlines are around that time, and we're so lucky that we get screeners of a lot of amazing awards-worthy films. So actually, Christmas tends to be crammed with films like that rather than festive films.
Wow.
Which is obviously a great problem to have.
I would love that, but my wife would hate it.
Really?
Yeah, she loves Christmas movies. And Rich does this thing when he makes a list of 20 calendar.
Yeah, I have the Advent. I do an Advent calendar of Christmas movies. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I change them up every year. We don't watch the same ones all the time.
Oh, fun! Oh no, yeah. If I didn't do what I did for a living, I would do something like that. It sounds brilliant. but I always remember with the awards screeners. I remember when I sat my husband's family down and we all watched Room, and then the next year we watched Phantom Thread, and the room was just getting, people were just walking slowly, drifting off to bed in a steady stream, and at the end it was just like me left.
My wife has still not forgiven me for making her
enough,
watch Room. She's like,
it's a brilliant film.
It is a brilliant film.
I suggested it to her, didn't I?
You did, yeah. You suggested it, and she hasn't forgiven you either, Dave. She's traumatized by that movie.
Yeah, it's not festive, is it? It's not festive. My mother-in-law felt the same.
But Phantom Thread, I think that is a Christmas movie. It's a New Year's movie. There's a bit of New Year's celebration in there. It's brilliant.
Oh yeah, I suppose so.
The latter days Home Alones are bad, right? There's I know I've got a soft spot for 3, but I just think that's because it came out when I was young, and I hold on to the fact that John Hughes still had something to do with it. I think he wrote the script.
Did he?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I never knew that. Which one was the third one?
It's Alex at home.
I love it. It's when they lose a boy at home.
No. It's Alex, but he's not even that home alone. It's just his parents are out to work for the day, and he just causes chaos whilst they're at work. So it kind of, I don't know. It's a bit loose with the Home Alone aspect of it.
Is it set at Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all about the toy he's getting the toy he's got around. Yeah, is it set at Christmas? No, I just think it's in the winter.
It has to be set at Christmas. If it's a Home Alone film, it's got to be set at Christmas.
Set at Christmas? It must be. But yeah, he gets there's a micro, a kind of weapons microchip inside of his remote control car that these bad guys are after. Yeah, that's the third one.
And he's got the only one type of it. Oh, I'm gonna have to watch it now.
Yeah, they've snuck it into one, and it gets mislaid with another one.
Oh, okay.
Something to that effect. If I'm remembering correctly. But as for, I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Is it the one with Scarlett Johansson in?
Yes, an early Scarlett Johansson performance. Yeah. But
I didn't realise that was Home Alone 3. Now you've just described that movie. I'm like, I've seen that film. I've seen that movie. I didn't know that was Home Alone 3.
But as for, I don't know, I don't think I must have when I was younger. I would have watched all of the Santa Claus films with Tim Allen.
I quite like the Santa Claus films.
Yeah,
Rich is
Dave hates
a
them.
massive fan of these.
but like
I really like him.
Bad Santa 2 shit, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
You've seen
It's
that?
disappointing,
It's
yeah,
really
yeah.
bad. Like, Bad Santa's unbelievable film. Is it very much in the spirit? That's not Farrelly Brothers, is it? No.
No,
Who
but
makes
it
that?
is, isn't it?
Yeah. That feels very Farrelly Brothers-esque. It makes Bad Santa. Anyway.
I'll find it.
But Bad Santa
Rich is on
2
it.
is appalling. It's so crap. That really, they shouldn't have made that. That's one of those films that's actually so bad they almost ruins the first.
Yes, it is. It was a film that was like, oh, this should be a sequel. Why there isn't this sequel? It's taken years for this sequel, and then finally they got the sequel, and they were like, the sequel wasn't worth the wait. It's
Bad Santa was Terry's Wig Off. Like that sounds like a made up name, like Terry's Wig Off, but it's Terry's Wig Off. And the only thing that I know that he's done is Ghost World.
All right.
As in the TV
no,
series?
No, the movie.
Oh, the one with Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
We go.
Yeah, with Thora Birch.
Wow.
Yeah, that's.
So he kind of did that and
Bad Santa, and that's pretty much it, I think.
So who did the sequel, Rich?
I think he did.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, he didn't. No, let's find out who did the sequel.
Was it quite? Do you know what? Wow, I would have thought that was like a big writer. It's so good, Bad Santa. It's incredibly written and really well directed.
And Billy Bob Thornton is amazing in it. He's just captured something in that character.
Yeah. You totally believe in him.
So the sequel was done by Mark Waters, who did like 500 Days of Summer, and what else has he done? Spiderwick Chronicles, quite a few like rom-com-y kind of things, I guess. Mean Girls,
Wow.
Freaky Friday.
Did he write these or didn't direct them?
I directed them, yeah.
Or did he?
So he directed Mean Girls, directed Freaky Friday.
But not 500 Days. That's Mark Webb.
Maybe he wrote that.
Yeah.
Produced
Which is a great film.
that. Sorry.
Santa Claus 2 is rubbish.
Oh, Rich loves it.
Yeah.
Harsh
I agree.
words.
It's fucking awful.
I may be the only person in the world who likes it, but hey, I like it.
But compared to the third one, it's a
Oh
masterpiece.
yeah, the third one's terrible. Yeah.
Nativity 2.
Oh yeah, these are ones I've never seen any of
See,
these.
Nativity is a good film.
Nativity is good,
It's a family film. Nativity is a really good film, I think. Nativity 2 starts to sort of fall off the wagon a bit. Nativity 3, Dude, Where's My Donkey? Is where it crashes helplessly into some sort of canyon and then sets fire to itself. That's a terrible. I don't know if that's 3 or 4 or whatever. But they changed one of the main characters. It's a different actor, and Martin Clunes. That's a really bad film. But Nativity is a really good film. The first one, I think, and Nativity 2 you can just about get away with.
Yeah, because it's Martin Freeman's in the first one, Tennant's in the second one, I think.
Yeah.
And then Martin Clunes, who's an interesting pick.
Yeah,
But dude, where's my donkey? That's such a good tagline.
I mean, lures you with the title, but it's not as good as the title.
Yeah.
The title's terrible.
Yeah, but that's for kids. Kids won't get that title. And plus, it's a reference to a film that was 20 years old by that point, right? It's really weird. Happy Christmas, everyone. Yes.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. There's not going to be anybody like, under the age of what? 20, 30?
If that. Yeah, I'm 37 now. I think that Dude, Where's My Car is
that's
about our level.
like my age. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dated already, isn't it?
We've done the best, which is Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
The worst, Christmas Vacation 2, Eddie's Island Adventure.
Yeah.
Dream. Give me your dream, or do you want me to go first? Dream, Christmas Vacation, say 3.
Warning, I haven't thought about this very much. I've given it about 3 minutes thought. My dream Christmas vacation is as follows.
Let's see if it's the same as mine.
Russ has grown up, so now Clark is the granddad, and Russ has got his family, and he wants to put on the perfect Christmas, and so he takes the Chevy Chase role, and Chevy Chase takes the granddad role.
I was going to ask, would you be using the cast to the Vacation film with Ed Helms?
No, I'd be using the cast of the Christmas Vacation film. So Johnny Galecki,
Okay.
And what's her name? I can see her face and I can't think of her name because I'm getting old and these things fall out of my brain. Juliette Lewis is the sister. And yeah, and the cast of that, basically. I'd have Cousin Eddie turn up towards the end. Yeah, towards the end I would. Yeah, so Cousin Eddie and his family would turn up. And I would have a really nice bit where you kind of get flashbacks through the ages of dads and granddads in the Griswold family, each trying to make their Christmas perfect and somehow cocking it up. Like,
I mean, that'd be beautiful.
That's kind of where I'm at.
And you would all pray that Chevy Chase turns up and is not a dick.
Yeah, essentially. Let's have Chevy Chase like first season of Community and, you know, reasonable. Not Chevy Chase, you know, everything else.
And would you release that now?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe not.
Because Jonathan
Johnny Galecki, yeah.
Thank you. I mean, Big Bang Theory's ended now. I reckon he's a good actor.
Yeah.
He has played that role.
Yeah,
as the kid.
We could always do a Big Bang crossover almost, and Johnny Galecki's wife could be like Kaylee Cuoco or whatever her name is, who plays Penny.
I mean, that's good casting. She is funny. She is funny. Would you have the grandparents come to about Rusty's house? Yeah, who's the son?
Yeah, everyone would come to
right?
Rusty's house. Yeah. So yeah,
so like a passing of the torch kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
passing the torch.
Mine's a little bit different.
Oh, nice. Go on then.
I would keep the cast to Vacation, which was a 2015 film.
2015?
Yep.
2015?
Yep.
Oh, you want to make your film a 2015?
No, I would keep the cast to the Vacation film from 2015.
But it was 1983, wasn't it?
You're not listening to the words I'm saying. That's the Christmas Vacation. So there was a Vacation film in 2015.
Was there?
Yes.
Oh. Again, that's not on this list.
Ed Helms plays the son.
Okay.
Rusty.
Ed Helms plays the son. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Chevy Chase is there. He is playing the granddad.
Right.
Christina Applegate is the wife.
Okay.
And the son of these two is called James, and he is played, and I'm going to try and get his name right, is Skylar Otto. And he, Rich, you'll like this, is Jared from Booksmart.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
So I would like a Griswold family Christmas where they rent a nice big cabin up in like Aspen or something. So we then have 3 generations of the Griswold. So yes, hopefully we get a funny Chevy Chase who wants to be there. Ed Helms, who I think is a very funny man, and I like the Vacation film. We get the guy who played Jared from Booksmart, who's a brilliant actor, who is also in Licorice Pizza I watched recently. He's done loads of little things. Very funny character, very funny actor, because in 2015, this is now 7 years from that, so he'll be an adult now, say early 20s. He brings his new girlfriend / maybe fiance to Christmas for the first time to meet the whole family. I then think we can have lots of Griswold shenanigans.
You'd have to, yeah.
I think we'd have to have like an updated sledging scene.
Okay.
I don't know who I would have as the daughter. My head always goes to Booksmart, kind of like yours, and I have Kathleen Denver again.
Nice.
As or even Beanie as the girlfriend. 'Cause good chemistry.
Yeah.
I would also have the sister is played in Vacation film by Leslie Mann.
Right.
And her husband is played by Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth, really?
Yeah, and they're all quite funny. I'll get them in there. Cousin Eddie can go fuck himself by this point, because I'm so angry at that film. And I'd release it now, and I think it would be fucking brilliant because that. So
this is kind of a sequel to the 2015 Vacation film.
But it's still in the same universe because
because Chevy
Clark
Chase
is still played by Chevy Chase.
Okay.
And I put Anna Kendrick in there somewhere because I love Anna Kendrick.
I did not know that the 2015 Vacation film existed. So
I only really remembered it from last year where Stu Whiffen brought it up and he said he would like a sequel to that. And then I've gone on top of that, because I agree, and I watched the trailer recently. I rewatched
So
it.
do they go back to Wally World then?
Yes, the point of vacation is that he wants a trip with his family to Wally World.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
I don't think we have to go back to Wally World for a Christmas
I
vacation.
do remember Stu talking about that. Actually, you're right.
You must have thought he was drunk or something.
No. I've just forgotten. It was ages ago.
But I think it's a great cast. I think that kind of, grandparents, parents role. Now your kids also got introducing another family member. Maybe we can announce that they're pregnant.
Ooh, doing a Meet the Fockers
kind of thing. Maybe that's too much.
Yeah, might be too much.
But I like those actors, and I really hope Chevy Chase isn't a dick on set.
Yeah.
And who would I like to direct it? I'll do it.
Perfect. Job
Why
done.
not? Yeah. And I would release it around Christmas.
Nice. Well, if it's a Christmas vacation, then yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
I'm surprised they haven't done it. I am amazed they haven't done it.
Maybe
I don't think the vacation film did amazing money.
No.
Which is probably... I can't believe it's already 7 years old. It still feels like it only came out a few years ago. But you didn't even know it existed, so...
No, I didn't remember that it existed. So, yeah. Cool. I like it.
Thank you.
I like it.
And that's our dream Christmas vacations.
There isn't an Elf 2, is there?
No, there isn't. No.
And which is kind of amazing, isn't it? There isn't an Elf 2.
Yeah,
I wonder why that is.
I think Will Ferrell kind of didn't want to... he's
really?
got a thing about sequels as well, isn't he?
Well, he was in Anchorman 2. He's in Anchorman.
Yeah, I think that's what gave him a thing about sequels.
Oh, okay, right.
They offered Will Ferrell a lot of money to do Elf 2.
I bet they did. Yeah, I bet they did.
But he said, "Where's that story going to go?"
Yeah,
right.
That's a good
fair
point.
enough.
Yeah,
you could say that pretty much every sequel, though, couldn't you? Really?
That ruined our show.
But yeah, sorry.
Well, would you like to see the Muppets do another Christmas story?
Yeah, because the Muppets have some of their.
I'd like to see the Muppets remake Home Alone.
Oh. Now you're talking.
Okay,
I'm in.
okay.
Yeah, sign me up. Yeah, definitely.
Why not? Why can they not do
Just
this?
remake loads of classic Christmas movies with the Muppets.
Yes.
Like It's a Wonderful Life Muppets, the Santa Claus Muppets.
Yes.
Yeah. That's it. The
Miracle
Muppets.
on 34th Street with the Muppets.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Why not? How
Die Hard with the Muppets.
Oh, now you're talking.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Lethal Weapon with the Muppets.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's all Christmas Carol is, right? Take an old story and do it again with some Muppets. So why won't it work for?
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's a great shout. But yeah, I'd watch them do anything. Why not? The Muppets, considering how old they are, no one should care about Muppets anymore. But they still put films out, and wasn't Ricky Gervais in the last one or something? They do pretty well, don't they? The movies was in. I've not seen them. I kind of, with anything that I think eventually my kids are probably going to have a bit of a phase. I'm like, well, why invite that early? Because once it's on my telly, it's going to be on all day, every day.
Yeah.
So it's just. People wait. People say, "Oh, have you seen the new Pixar movies?" Like, I ain't watching that, man. I'm watching that till my kids decide to live in it for a month. I'm not bringing it into the house early. So so I've not seen.
Yeah, my son's like that. He will automatically want to watch a movie we've just watched again.
Yeah, just go.
I think
go
Sing
and go.
2 was the worst. I think I had COVID and I couldn't watch Sing 2 in the cinema, so I cheekily got an American copy. And I had to watch it 3 times because he was making me watch it over and over again, and it's not even that good.
Hey, I watched it again the other night. It's all right.
I've
got
seen
U2 songs in it.
Haven't seen that
that's
one
why
yet.
it's not good.
Yeah. We, my son, sequels actually is this summer has been obsessed with Minions 2: The Rise of Gru, and I think he's been 3, maybe 4 times to the cinema this summer. It's like, what do you want to do today? And he's like, Minions 2: The Rise of Gru. That's we've just gone again and again. I've took him twice. My wife's took him, and my mum's took him. So yeah, that's 4. That's 4 times he's been.
Amazing.
This summer, so that must be a good sequel.
Yeah,
kids do that. Eh?
What was the lesbian Christmas rom-com last year or the year before with Kristen Stewart?
It was great.
That was really good. What was he called, guys?
I don't know that one.
Really funny. I would definitely go for a sequel for that. I'm just going to look this up.
Yeah, with I've forgotten the other actress's name.
Yes, Happiest Season. Yeah, with Mackenzie Davis, who is has been on my podcast, and they were brilliant together. I thought it was a really engaging, funny. Although it did. If you haven't seen it, and not everyone's seen it, I won't say it. But the ending split some people who watched it. But that in itself means that would be an interesting one to get a sequel.
Yeah, because it's got a great cast, doesn't it?
Brilliant. Happiest Season 2. Yeah, there you go.
I like that.
I think I've always, in the back of my mind, had like the dream Home Alone sequel, which is like, it's like Kevin, like it's almost like a family curse, and it's happening to Kevin. Do you know what I mean? Like his kid, he's the forgetful parent, probably because he's like still racked with PTSD of almost killing two men in his childhood. Like, so he's probably got a lot on his mind and leaves his kid at home. Yeah, I guess I don't know. I wish I will never get it, but I wish we got a third Die Hard film that was like a Christmas set film. Like that would have been a lot of fun.
I'm amazed they never taps back into that.
No,
amazed.
Like with a Vengeance is great, but like
it's great.
After that, it just kind of like, was it 4th of July weekend, and then it was like, I don't know.
And then Hello Russia.
Yeah, we wrote a good pun for the poster. Let's make a movie. Do you know what I mean? But
we will never get it now, obviously. But yeah, it does blow my mind that we've never had another Die Hard sequel at Christmas. I think it would have made serious money.
I think like dream though. I think Home Alone's kind of route one.
Would you have Macaulay Culkin back as Kevin for that?
Yeah. As I said, I think it would be him like kind of being the forgetful parent. But
so Harry and that as the burglars or new burglars?
You've got to, right? You've got like just the thing of like their lives never got any better. Do you know what I mean? Like, and like they're men in their 70s still trying this grift. Do you know what I mean?
We will get this house.
We're the crypto bandits or something. Do you know what I mean? They've got a crypto scam going as well.
Would you keep it at the house, or would you lost in Miami, lost in London, for example? Maybe is that too far?
I don't know.
Where would be fun?
What would be really great?
Australia would be good because everything's trying to kill you.
Yeah. Home Alone Down Under. Yeah.
Yeah. Spiders, snakes.
Yeah, that would be good.
Kevin's daughter, right? We'd have to do it with a girl this time.
Yes, yeah. And it would be something like, I don't know, they live in like an apartment block or something like that, and she
Wouldn't it have to be granddaughter by now?
No. He's only like
Culkin's only our age.
Yeah, he's only like.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I think it was only a couple of years ago he posted he really weirded everyone out by saying like, "Hey, guess what? I'm 40," and like people kind of lost their fucking minds. So, but yeah, I think people having kids older these days.
You can really realistically have a 10-year-old daughter at 40.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got a 7-year-old son. And I'm 41.
Well, so, I haven't got anyone yet. So if it's going to happen, I'm going to be old.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that, or I would love Klaus too. I don't know where it would go, but like I would want
such a beautiful film.
I would love that. Like that would. It's got my boy Jason Schwartzman, a Coppola in it. Obviously that film ends in a perfect way, but there's, I don't know, just to be in that world again would be
beautiful. With those characters.
Yeah.
Crying.
I have no idea how they would do a sequel to it, but just give me more of it. Yeah. I want something else to make me cry like a baby as a 31-year-old man.
Cry and feel good at the same point, yeah.
We're doing a Christmas episode next week because it's Christmas.
Oh yeah,
and we know you love Christmas movies. I've seen you tweeting about Christmas movies.
I do. Yeah, I'm very uncynical when it comes to Christmas movies.
Yeah, have you been watching lots recently? And any of them
no, but two years ago, I watched 3 the other day. But 2 years ago, when we all got locked down in December again, I decided I'm going to watch 25 Christmas movies before the 31st of December. I think he ended up watching like 40. But yeah, I had to watch last week for a podcast. I had to watch, and I'd never seen it before, Santa Claus the movie, the Dudley Moore film from 85, the year I was born. And it was just, I found it excruciatingly bad, and then had to be nice about it on the podcast.
You don't have to be
I
nice
had
about
to
it on this
elegantly
podcast.
navigate. Yeah. I thought it was horrible. It's basically, it's like a Santa origin story that is so slow, unfunny, and it's got this annoying, very lush musical score, but it's one of those scores that every emotion, every character's feeling, it's like, they are sad now, everything is funny and happy. Oh, it's like one of those. And that goes on for about an hour, and then there's 7 different movies happening in the last 45 minutes of the film. They're like, there's so much happening now, and it's all in the 80s. And Dudley Moore, I think he knows it's bad, but he's not embarrassed, which is a very strange performance.
Yeah.
You can see him, because he just endlessly does elf. He's playing an elf, and then he goes to New York City in the 80s, and there's all these elf puns. He's like, I'm elf taught, I've got elf control. And you could see him like saying it and almost looking to the camera and going, yeah, and what?
I watched this at the cinema when I was 4 years old.
Really?
Like,
Oh,
I think it was,
really?
I think it was one of the first movies I ever saw at the cinema. And
I
and so it was
see.
a kind of a seminal kind of Christmas movie. And then, like you, I watched it. I do like a 12 movies of Christmas every year, and I always watched like 12
that's a
different
good
Christmas
idea.
movies. And I watched it
Yeah.
like a couple of years ago, and I was like, it's really long and shit. Like it's really not
It is
good.
interminable. It goes on, and you just go, why aren't there any jokes?
Yeah, it's
Like
not funny.
they kind of are.
really.
By the time John Lithgow gets there, there's a few like moments where you're like, "Oh, that's funny." It's
I
meant
think
to
John
be
Lithgow's
funny.
the best
It's not
thing
necess-
in it. Like,
yeah,
you know,
he lifts
it. Yeah,
And
he
the-
does. Yeah.
The film ends with his slow, agonising death, and the film opens with Santa's and his wife's and the reindeer's slow death from exposure. It's like, what is this film doing? And then the afterlife is the North Pole workshop.
Wow, I haven't watched this film in ages, and it just sounds
Doesn't John
wild.
Lithgow just like fly off into space? Is that
Yeah,
like
he like,
yeah?
and his name's Beezy, and he's like Jeff Bezos.
He is. That's true.
And then he ends up in space, like all those weird billionaires want to
Predicted
do.
the
Or Jeff
future.
Bezos is being made to look remarkably normal by Elon Musk recently.
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's just fire
weird
all the
movie.
billionaires into space. That's where they
Yeah,
want to go.
woo, bye.
Off
We
to
didn't
Mars.
need
See you
you,
later.
Have you watched any the Christmas sequel ones, like Home Alone 2 or the Santa Claus?
Home Alone 2, I have very fond memories of from being a kid. And when I watched it 2 years ago, it was one of those films where I went, oh no.
No.
Because a lot of people go, oh, Home Alone 2 is even better.
It is even
and
better.
It's not. No. It's like, I remember the Pigeon Lady, it's devastating. And I watched it and I went, it's this really 2D portrayal that's been shoehorned in. The only reason it's there is because your dude from the first film, people like that. So this is our version for this, and I found it remarkably unmoving.
Yeah.
And in the first film, I think Home Alone, the first film, is basically a perfect movie, and I can say that. I can't say that about many films. I think King of Comedy is a perfect movie as well. But there aren't that many films where I go, this is perfect. And there certainly aren't that many family films where you go, oh, it's perfect. And I think the first Home Alone is. Like, the ending of Home Alone is so powerfully moving. I had like a wet neck rewatching it as an adult 2 years ago. I was like, oh my God, Jesus. And the scene with the old dude in the church with Macaulay Culkin is like, it's like perfectly acted. The dialogue is incredible. The choir singing is
the music's great.
beautiful. And I'm completely unreligious, and I watched that scene really caught me off guard. I was like, fucking hell. And yet it doesn't feel like a massive tonal shift when he's like putting a nail through the foot of Daniel Stern. Like the tone is perfect.
I love how you can call that a family film. You're like, that, even though everyone's getting their head clobbered in.
Gets a nail through the foot and
Yeah.
a paint can to the head, and
But you don't like the second one?
No, rewatching it, I was like, this is bad. Yeah.
Oh,
but there was like a cute guy in it. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Maybe don't rewatch it. Keep your.
I watch it every year, Home Alone 2 and 1.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, art is subjective. But rewatching it, having not seen it since I was a kid, the second film, I was like, that guy's really cute who works at the hotel. Who is he? I looked it up. It was bloody Rob Schneider. Evil. He ages you.
Yeah.
He's got a beautiful painting of himself in the attic.
Not anymore. Have you seen him?
No, the painting's beautiful. He's the one who's becoming gnarled. And the painting just gets more gorgeous.
But Tim Curry is a bad guy again. Well,
again, Tim Curry's good in it, though.
Yeah. Tim Curry is always the best thing in any film.
Yeah.
He has never been in a film and not given it. He's like, I'm going to give it all my heart and soul, everybody. That's why Muppets Treasure Island is the best Muppets movie. Don't at me.
What, better than Muppets Christmas Carol? Surely not.
Muppets Christmas Carol is IMO. Just lovely. Muppets Treasure Island, magnificent.
Oh, wow. I haven't seen Muppets Treasure Island.
I like Muppets Christmas Carol a lot, but Muppets Treasure Island is, chef's kiss. Mwah. And I said this on Twitter recently, and you think the gender criticals are bad? Bloody hell.
Muppet fans, got to watch out for those Muppet fanboys.
Oh, they furious. They were like, she's just doing it for attention. I'm like, it's Twitter. Everything we're doing is for attention.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you talking about? This is my actual thought.
Yeah, so if you liked our dream Christmas vacations, then why not let us know what you thought? Get in touch, get on the social media. We're at Unequal Sequel on Twitter and Instagram. You can send us an email, unequalsequel@hotmail.com. Let us know what your dream Christmas vacation will be. And don't forget to listen to this is now the last episode of season 4. I can't believe we've done. We've got a roundup of season 4 next, the best of season 4 coming.
That's when we'll get emotional.
Yeah, we'll get a bit emotional that we've done 4 series and nearly 2 years of this podcast. But yeah, all the brilliant guests. If you want to go back and listen to all our brilliant guests, and I highly recommend you do if you haven't already, please do that. Hit the auto download button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll drop into your pod shop of choice every single week. While you're there, if you want more Unequal Sequel, then go to anotherslice.com/unequal sequel. We have a subscription service there, which for $2.99 a month, you can get a sequel to all of our interview episodes and loads of bonus content from us. I say all our interview episodes, I mean all our interview episodes from this series. I'm now losing my voice, so I should probably stop talking, really. But yeah, give us a like, give us a subscribe, 5 stars, all that sort of nonsense, and we'll love you forever. Merry Christmas.
Yes. Do exactly what Rich just said. I've got to say a quick thank you for all our guests, minus Ethan Lawrence, because we didn't ask him the questions, who answered our Christmas questions literally on the spot.
Oh, yeah. So, we properly put them on the spot. So, yeah, thanks.
Thank you for all answering that Christmas question. You guys are brilliant. I hope everyone does have some time off for Christmas or has a really nice Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, don't worry about it. Hopefully we've made you laugh a little bit. And then we'll see you. We'll see you next week.
Always.
Which is some of our best. Not the best bits because we can't fit them all in. But yeah. And I've got nothing to say, Rich. You got anything to say?
I would say keep an eye on social media. Will be a competition running over Christmas to win yourself a year's subscription to Another Slice.
Bam, yes. So it is a festive goodbye from me, which is a ring-a-ding-ding, bells on top kind of thing, but I haven't really thought what to say. Imagine if I'm ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Like
there you go.
That would have been better. And it is a bye from him.
Bye!
See you on the next one.
I think that's the worst outro you've ever done.
I panicked. It's Christmas and I panicked.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
I want everyone to be happy. I hope I don't ruin Christmas for people.
You have. You've ruined my Christmas now.
Bugger.